what should be a great one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys have won 2 straight since dropping the opener a few weeks back. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And spins away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Back to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Baldwin. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramsey. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Baldwin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and yet really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Bulls. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back to the 25. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That play, it looked like trouble from the very beginning, and it wound up being even bigger trouble than they anticipated.
Yeah, and instead of cutting his losses on the play, I think what happens here is receivers get so excited about this play call with a chance to run with it that they try and really make it work no matter what. He just needed to cover up on that one, but he didn't, and they lost possession.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the fumble recovery, Baldwin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. In motion goes Walters. Operating from the gun. Baldwin got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramsey. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Baldwin. He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Bowles. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Baldwin. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramsey. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. Now a handoff up the middle. Bowles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bowles. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And that is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The Bills hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give, right side. House. A beautiful fake. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Bills. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out. But they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
The score, Bills 14.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And a catch made by Walters. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Up the middle they go. Cash. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Chicago.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bulls. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be a Chicago first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Baldwin. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy to just get this?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
7-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the catch made by Walters. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Baldwin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Foxborough, the Patriots at home to take on the Jets in the AFC East. And this is the Jets quarterback. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And this is Dylan Sampson. This might not have looked like much from the beginning, but it is turning into something. He's gone. The Nighthawks get back to 500, 2 up, 2 down as they get the victory at home. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara, the 49ers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is the Niners running back. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Niners get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Gets past one man. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Baldwin. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Let's just call it, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
The current formula is not working right now.
Brings up third down.
Off the play fake. Baldwin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
For the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle they go. House. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Muscle will burst right there.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that kill.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there. Is that one good for 15 and a first?
30-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
22-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
In the end zone.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action. Baldwin out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Baldwin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's on. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin will go down. It's a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Walters. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back to throw. Baldwin. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And this one is right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they've got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Bishop. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
11 yards on the pickup.
In motion goes Walters. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Walters. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on 1st down. Bowles. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. In motion goes Walters. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
At the 49-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Baldwin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Slot man moves right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramsey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cash. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Baldwin. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's another 1st down. 1st and goal, Chicago.
Back to throw. Baldwin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Quarterback is sacked.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here we go on 4th down. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And here come the Bills. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.